Aries, welcome to your reading. So I'm going to start here with your current energy and find out what is happening in your world. What else do you need to know? What else is influencing this? So Aries, looking here, bottom of the deck, we have the Wheel of Fortune. So things are going in your favor. There's definitely luck on your side. This is full of growth, expansion, lots of positive momentum here. So it almost feels like something is kind of snowballing, where it starts off really small, and the more luck that you have, the more luck that you seem to get. When I look at your current energy here, so I do have the King of Wands, male or female, it's just the energy of the card. And I also have the Three of Wands showing up here. And so King of Wands, your energy. This would be taking some sort of action, but also kind of being patient at the same time, really kind of stepping into your own power, trusting yourself, really relying on yourself to make the right decisions and not rushing into something here. The universe here is kind of encouraging you to take some sort of action with this Knight of Wands energy. So there might be something here. If you've been stuck or stagnant, or you kind of are sitting at some sort of crossroads, you are going to have to make a decision to move forward, because that can easily happen. In this Three of Wands energy, you can kind of get caught up in the, okay, well, I'm just going to let things happen as they're supposed to, and let's see how it all plays out. But then if you become too passive in that, then nothing really happens here. So the universe is saying, don't lose sight of the fact that you need to make decisions. You need to take some action along this journey. Two of Cups showing up in the past here. So this is a pretty strong connection with another person. This is a lot of wanting to fill each other's cups, really being on the same page, wanting the same type of future together. Sitting in your strength position is the Five of Cups. This is about seeing things differently. You're changing your perspective on something here. Could be relationships because of that Two of Cups energy, or it might just be in general. The way that you're approaching things is very different. It feels like you're really channeling this Wheel of Fortune energy, and helping that kind of lead the way here. So like to see this, because this indicates to me that you're actually focused on the Two of Cups still standing, as opposed to the Three of Cups that have spilled over. There is going to be some sort of communication in your near future, and it feels like you're making a wish. You're putting something out there to the universe. Whatever it is that you're trying to accomplish, you're really kind of putting it out there to see what happens. When am I going to manifest this? When is this become a reality for me? How do I go about getting this? These feel like things that you're really putting out to the universe. And it's because you're in this place of receiving a lot of abundance right now. And so you want to continue to grow that. That's what that energy feels like. When I look at the external influences here, so how the universe is shaping the situation, I have the Seven of Cups with the Queen of Wands. The Seven of Cups, Queen of Wands, you are coming across as both the King and the Queen of Wands here. These are not separate people. This to me indicates that there was a period of time where you were a little bit more passive, that you weren't clear on exactly what path you needed to take going forward. And so my discussing sitting at a crossroads and not making a decision. Not making a decision is a decision. And the universe said, okay, well, you needed to do something here. You needed to take some sort of action. And so what it did was it kind of started with smaller decisions that you needed to make, smaller things that you needed to prioritize. Because with the Seven of Cups, it can be really hard to prioritize something because everything feels important and it's all right in front of you. And so the action here would have been all over the place. And what the universe was trying to do was kind of help you channel that energy, figure out exactly what you needed to do. Sitting in your hopes or fears is the Hermit. So this is Virgo energy. This is a healing type of energy. So it's a lot of going inside, thinking things through. What is it that I want for myself? A lot of introspection, a lot of healing. You're really looking to continue working on yourself, addressing any kind of trigger that comes to the surface. Ace of Swords is showing up in your potential outcome. So the Ace of Swords is clarity. So if you have been confused, the universe is providing you the answers. You might be getting a lot of synchronicities, because I'm definitely getting that energy, and I'm getting ringing in my right ear. And so with these synchronicities, and everybody gets it a little bit different, your guides are trying to tell you something. They're trying to help you make the best decision for yourself. They're always here to kind of help guide us in our best interest. And so if you open up and you listen to what they're trying to communicate, that's going to help you figure that out. Let's get some additional detail here. With the King of Wands and the Three of Wands, I'm getting the Wheel of Fortune again. Jupiter energy, love to see this showing up. I mean, again, positive, lots of positivity. It is growth. It is expansion. It is seeing things clearly. It is using that positive momentum to help propel you forward. It's kind of what's providing you that patience. It's like once you start to see the abundance showing up in your life, yes, you want more, but you also want the right abundance to show up. And it feels like that qualifier, the right abundance to show up, not just any abundance. You're looking for what you've been trying to manifest. With the Knight of Wands, I'm getting the Page of Wands. So maybe even having conversations here before you take some sort of action. But you are going to have to stay on path and really take some action here. Tell me about the Two of Cups. Queen of Wands. You're all over this reading with your King and Queen energy here. This would be somebody here, you might have been maybe off and on with this person, Queen of Wands, kind of, because the King versus the Queen. So the Queen can be very open to receiving new information, changing her mind, making a different decision, taking some sort of different action here. It feels like in the past, you might have been a little bit more passive as far as the actions that you took when it came to this person. If this is a person that is kind of, somebody that you're off and on with, or in general, maybe you were a little bit passive when this person approached you because it was more of receiving rather than initiating. And all of that's changing. You're going to be more of the initiator going forward, at least for your own path forward. With the Five of Cups, I am getting the Nine of Wands. And so seeing things from a different perspective. This is an interesting grouping of cards because with the Nine of Wands energy, there is a wounded warrior type of energy. And so you're looking at maybe your wounds a little bit differently. You're seeing the impact of pushing somebody away or always putting your guard up here because it doesn't feel like this is what you're doing. It feels more like you're understanding more of the impact when you do something like that. When you're pushing somebody away, what does that really mean? How does that impact this Wheel of Fortune energy? It feels like these are all things that you're thinking about before you take any action, before you actually push somebody away here. You're giving it more thought than you would have in the past. And even if this person is like a newer person, that would just be in general, maybe the way that you've kind of behaved in prior relationships. You're just doing it a little bit differently this time. With the Eight of Wands, I'm getting the Strength card. Really stepping out of your comfort zone here, maybe even creatively communicating something here where it just feels like it's very authentic to you, something that you just aren't used to saying out loud, or behaving in a way here that is kind of outside your comfort zone. It feels like what you're in the process, and because I'm not getting the exact cards, but what it feels like to me is that you're breaking some sort of old cycle here where you kind of let things go, where you don't really force an issue. You don't set those hard and fast boundaries. You kind of let things unfold. And now you're being encouraged to, well, no, step up and take some responsibility, not in a negative way, but set those healthy boundaries, have those conversations. It benefits both of you when you do that, because then the other person knows what those boundaries are. And then if the person crosses them, you kind of have a reason to be upset versus you kind of take the step back and let them do whatever they want. It does feel like you're stepping out of your comfort zone. I think you're recognizing Your approach to relationships needs to be different if you want it to go the way that you want it to go. With the Queen of Wands, I'm getting the Hanged Man, so that is seeing things differently. That is that high-level perspective on the situation here. With the Seven of Cups, Two of Wands, you will, and you did, make a decision. This is where things are changing for you. You're no longer going to be a passive participant in your life. You are going to be front and center. You're going to be making a lot of decisions, taking a lot of action that just completely aligns with who you are and what you want. With the Hermit energy, I'm getting the Six of Wands. You want success as it relates to your internal healing. I do see that happening here, just from the change in your behavior. I can see that happening. So with this Ace of Swords, multiple cards fall over. One is the Two of Cups. So again, the Ace of Swords is about setting healthy boundaries, having the conversation with this other person, Two of Cups. Seven of Swords, Five of Wands. This to me feels like it's the content of the conversation around maybe lying, cheating, obstacles and challenges. How do you address those? What are you willing to accept, not accept? Kind of understanding what those lines are, because not all obstacles and challenges are the same. And there's something about needing to know the truth in a situation, even if it's not something that feels good or something that you necessarily want to know. You want to have those conversations early so that you can set those healthy boundaries. There's something else about those obstacles and challenges. Let me see if I can get any more information on the Seven of Swords and the Five of Wands. Okay, what I'm getting here is it's actually connected to your past. So somebody here would have manipulated things in the past, maybe created some sort of conflict, obstacles or challenges for you, made you gaslight you in a way that made you feel like they were your fault. A lot of this is going to come to the surface here, and a lot of it is going to explain old actions, the way that you used to behave when it came to relationships. It does feel like that is all changing here, and it feels like you're going to have some very honest conversation with whomever this Two of Cups person is. So Aries, this is your reading. I hope it resonates. If it did, please like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Take care.